I'm fixing to be sick.
Let him.
Ain't you got the decency to die?
Stand together.
Can't make a dent.
Forth to battle.
La pletu bidga. Yes!
Indeed.
Da, Elahisa.
Ado, my hunter. To what do I owe this delight? I hope I will still find this disgusting when I am important enough to toast with the elite bounty hunters. I tell them all that the captain of your ship will always be my favorite hunter. A sea troll has been making a name for himself raiding fishing villages with his minions. They call him Tahe. That's thief to the locals. I hear the Huana hate few things more than a food stealer. Warriors fan out to catch the fiend, but so far they have no luck. You have done us both a favor. My esteem in the bounty community rises, and hunters come to buy me drinks. My friend, you have drained the wellspring and made us both very famous. If you have not spoken to her yet, find the Goldpack Knight Okauru in Sacred Stair. She can give you more work.
Pallegina, how is it nothing about what the gods are up to seems to faze you?
When you think...
Don't you at least want to hear what Aethys has to say?
Only a fool would trust what he had to say. Whatever he said would be just another lie.
I'm not saying it wouldn't, just looking for... I don't know.
Revenge is bitter on my tongue, Shuffler. Why do you return? The defender of the Isles, the guardian of tides. Once, it lived among us. In all bright, quiet places where shufflers did not go. But then, more came from distant lands. First few, then many. Now, our deep hunter is gone. That shufflers must not disturb these roots, or the gods will destroy the islands again. Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers. This you said before, and still you returned.
Ready to brawl?
Very nice, Rekka.
Madiko, I need to try something else.
As your hand touches the dim Audra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Audra and a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance. For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You find yourself standing behind a familiar Titanic statue as it trudges through invisible waters, standing at Aethys' shoulder. Your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form. Energy pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Audra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied by the sound of stone shearing and buckling. His eyes rest upon you. He does not reach for the cord, but considers you for a long span of silence before speaking.
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? Why do you continue to follow me, Watcher of Cadnua? Many Kith would like to know the God's designs. Why is it so important to you? That is a cruel bargain, to be a God's pawn. Your anger is understandable. Many mortals curse the gods for their misfortune. But you are in the rare position of knowing exactly how we are manipulating you.
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the gods' true nature. Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Aora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most. Yes, I will tell you, but this is not the time. As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker, and I have already tarried too long. Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world.
The edges of Aethys's massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel. As Aethys speaks, his voice sounds garbled, fragmented, and distant.
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margaren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow. Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you. The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten until they settle back into the cracks of your soul. And then the tether and cord snap. Aethys's figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Audra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Audra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
sure hit your scaly behinds on the way out.
At once.
You were gabbing with my god again, weren't you?
If you got something to tell us,
So what you're saying is we're headed to Mogren's Teeth, right? I'm ready to chase Gone if you are. All right then, let's do this.
course. I'll try my best. Hope that helps.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you? I'm writing it all down. My research, my work, something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Naga warband. Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do. What didn't? A Colossus made of Adra marched through the fort, grew bright like luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible. Then the Naga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. Yes, he must have left. They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds. Dawnstar fellow. Arrived yesterday? Last week? Complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave so soon.
He's gotta be acting on his dreams, trying to help our god.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do. Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others have it if they wish it. I must see that my work survives.
Could be a fight.
Boss!
Beyond me. Yeah.
I hope nobody saw that.
All things worth and raw. Sure thing.
Indeed. I'm here. Certainly.
Anybody mind if I smoke? I'll be careful.
Happily.
scale-bellied cowards! I knew they'd run!
Look at our beacon. Even the Colossus couldn't destroy it. And those snakes aren't so tough now, are they? The lighthouse shines again. We survived. It's proof that our people can conquer anything. That our works can survive even here. The Hansanui will want to thank you personally for your help here. And she should also know what we're up against. She's usually at the Brass Citadel in Nekataka. Though she gets called to the palace often, haggling with the Queen and the Valians. Clear skies.
Light of Aethys be upon you, neighbor. Are you looking for survivors?
A short lady, about my age, came from Deerwood with her son. Let's see. Freckles, braids, usually. Punches you in the arm if she likes you, face if not. Oh, and that's if you're lucky.
No, that doesn't sound like anyone.
You gotta be her son. Got her nose and her freckles. You don't have to lie to me, kid. I'm a friend of your mother's. She hiding from someone? Maybe an ex-lover who gave her the best night of her life?
No, I misspoke.
Forget it. Just tell me something. Your father, you know him?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Lions, bats, and Orlans, to name a few.
Yes, I knew my father when I was very young. He was a man of strong faith.
Have to be. You get a lava mad, you need a god on your side for protection.
He was lost to us during the purges, which was how we came to flee here.
So you met him? Well, that's great. You had a dad. Where's your mother now? Got a lot of catching up to do.
My mother is with Aethys. She passed the veil a few years ago. A flu. It's possible her soul has taken a new body by now, but if she was truly blessed, she marches instead beside the Shining God.
You lied to us. Said you didn't know her. Expect me to believe this now? Funny, you wouldn't know it to look at him.
I'm not lying. She's buried on the other side of that hill.
How could she be gone?
Don't be troubled by her passing. All souls that march with Aethys receive his warmth and light. Aethys has come to us twice now. Even Oblivion couldn't slow his march. We shouldn't have opposed his first coming. He meant to rally us under his banner.
Oh, I know a lot of Dead Deer Woodens who will be relieved to hear that. Well, usually a good idea to react hastily to an invasion. Although after he was dead, I don't think any of us ever found out why he'd done what he did.
Aethys forced everyone to declare themselves as ally or enemy. Now he marches again, and we have a chance to correct our mistake.
Well, that's charitable.
I would like to have joined him when he passed this way, but I was weak. It won't happen again. You can't build on broken foundations. Real change needs destruction. I trust my God knows better than I do. He knows truths I'll never learn.
You got that right.
I was once lost. I struggled as you do now. But the partisans of the lighted path have restored my faith in Aethys. What greater honor than to march in his vanguard? We began as children of the Dawnstars, separated from each other as we questioned our purpose. But then Aethys granted a vision to Gadarian Bosch. Bosch saw an illuminated path lighten the way through a black abyss. And he saw Aethys marching on the path, and Aethys bade him to march alongside.
Not quite how I've been seeing it, but everyone's open to their own interpretations.
And the Shining God told Gadarian Bosch to gather an army of the God's truest followers, and to prepare to lead it into battle.
You'd think after getting blown up, he'd slow down on the battling.
We don't know. The end of the path hasn't been revealed to Gadarian Bosch yet, but to the faithful, shouldn't matter.
We can go.
Hey, kid. What was your name again?
Bairn.
Right. This lighted path fellow, Bosch. Sounds interesting. There's some way I can meet him?
He's usually on the move, rallying followers. But the partisans of the lighted path often gather in the Temple of Aethys in Neketaka. I am soon to go there myself, in fact. There's an adherent there, Ogna, who initiates new partisans. No doubt she'd be pleased to help you. Aethys needs able soldiers, even in their elder years. You should consider what Ogna has to say. It might speak to you. Farewell.
good spice rum wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of good spice rum wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of good spice rum.
All thick, Worthen Roth.
As one. No, I cannot do that.
Get threshed. Ain't you got the decency to die?
No, I cannot do that. As one.
Drop a good spice rodeo, Paris wheel along, we'll rodeo, Paris wheel along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, skirting Andres mortar wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, skirting Andres mortar wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, skirting Andres mortar wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all hang on behind, and we'll rodeo. Paris wheel along, we'll rodeo. Paris wheel along, we'll rodeo. Paris wheel along, and we'll all hang on.
We said or not, Perrin.
I'd happily tell you if you stopped interrupting my count.
You've had days to count. Now it's time we talked about the price. We've had some complications. The price has doubled. I know they've got the cash. Oh, we didn't become pirates to work more. Now, if you want the cargo, you'll pay up. Glad we could do business.
Gelarde, 23 days! This is a new record. Waiting to reach Sayuka, of course. Also testing my newest spell, Renove Miseris. Renewal of air, you would say. Kith have explored every mountain in the Eastern Reach, yet the realm of fish and leviathans remains close to us. It has been my dream to open these steps to discovery, to let Kith breathe as the fishes do. Or at least to let us use the air of a single breath again and again. Back home, they care only for profit, and there is little profit to be had in sticking your head in the glass bucket to watch the fish. But the Rawatayans, they have vision. They chase greater things than gold. So I go to work with them. Sientere, but I had promised not to say. Neither do I. At least he gave me plenty of time to test my work. Yes, I have much to do. Many more tests to run before we reach Sayuka. A pleasure talking, Captain.